Alright, Atlanta, so today we are over on Guild Quest because the Nightmare difficulty for the ranged Quincy Guild Quest has officially returned once more, allowing us to try out ULQUIORRA, this time now when he's not bugged. For those that missed that, it only happened 2 weeks ago, but ULQUIORRA's SA2 is doing half the damage an SA2 would normally do, so therefore people were having a hard time beating the Nightmare Guild Quest and gave a potential wrong impression of the character when they first tried him out. Now, I will say right from the get-go, I tried to tell you lads, and you probably might have realized it today if you had the character. If you didn't beat the Nightmare Guild Quest last time, chances are it was probably not ULQUIORRA's SA2 that was being the issue. Ultimately, what we are going to see here is that even with ULQUIORRA, it's still very difficult, and that's not a problem with the character itself, it's mostly just the Guild Quest team. Most times you are tackling the Nightmare Guild Quest, you are using 3 or 2 characters that are doing a really good amount of damage. In this case, it's only ULQUIORRA. You're realistically soloing Nightmare Guild Quest with ULQUIORRA. We have access to one good normal attack damage character in the form of this TLA Ruruka, but truth be told, she's not even all that, right? She's a character that came out like 3 years ago, and all she has is like Flurry +1 and a 60% bruiser. That's really low. It's really low, especially if you do not have a max transcended, and then of course your best team booster is a character that doesn't even have killer. You know, if you go on Discord, you'll see a similar thing saying like, oh, ULQUIORRA is bad in Guild Quest. That's not the case. It's just that his team is bad, right? If you were using any other character, any of the other best characters in the game in the Nightmare Guild Quest, and they're the only character doing damage, the team's not really going to be the greatest, right? But even having said that, we are going to showcase the character again right now. As of me recording this video, while this Guild Quest is active, this is one of the better teams that you can create. Of course, one maining ULQUIORRA. In this case, we are going with a Masanga, a Fortification Pill, and also a T-Set, with a mixture of recharge, strong attack damage, and also more strong attack damage only at full stamina. Now, I am using my friend Dragon's account, so we do have almost a max transcended ULQUIORRA, but we have removed the transcendent slots, so in terms of strong attack damage output, he's only performing like a special level 2 character. 1000 extra focus, 500 extra SP. With that in mind, though, we have given him 25% full stamina damage and, of course, also SP as bonus abilities. Our second character, of course, our best side in this case is going to be Ruruka. We're using a Golden Chappy Hollow Bait with 2 normal attack damage soul traits and also an extra soul trait, giving us normal attack damage and also weakened duration. And then with that, of course, we have the extra 1000 focus, 1000 attack. But we are giving her weaken resistance as a bonus ability, so she can therefore be immune to weakening. And then, of course, we also have given her attack. Reason for that is because we are now using Aaroniero, who granted is max transcended, but it really doesn't matter all too much. She's there for the boost, giving us an extra 43% attack and also focus, alongside also providing some potential good crowd control with her SA2. Another great thing about Aaroniero is that she does give a 20% no attack damage buff to any technique character, and that of course goes for Ruruka. So we're getting the extra 43% attack, focus, and also 20% more normal attack damage. Of course, with that, we've also given her, you know, a Golden Chappy, for example, given her recharge soul trait so she can stack that boost, but again, her damage doesn't really matter all that much. Alright then, so jumping straight into it, what we are going to do is use our SA2 to take down most of the enemies there. Kind of actually terribly used my strong attack one there, but that's fine. The Vortex here that Ruruka or Aaroniero does provide is going to give us good crowd control and probably give us enough time to actually, you know, fully charge up the SA3. Now, one great thing about ULQUIORRA is that because he can only inflict weakening, more often than not, we're going to always keep that SP boost active, right? So what we're going to do here is use our SA1. I'm going to kind of wait for the Vortex to come back. Can it go off? We actually let it off there. That's actually really good. And we also, I believe, applied the SP boost on the second half of the attack, so that was actually really good. Obviously, Ruruka herself is doing a good amount of damage. Let's use our Soul Bomb now. Maybe not the best time to do it, but that should be not that much of an issue. SA3 does actually activate the SP boost again, and now we're going into Uryu, the final boss, where we are doing more damage because we have attribute and killer against him. Just had to get a lucky attack with the weakening. Let's SA2, and there we go. What, 16-second clear time or 16 seconds left? Honestly, not too bad, right? Like, he's generally a super smooth character to play with. With the long strides, you can easily get in and out of combat. You can distance yourself enough and potentially give you enough time to actually use that SA3. I've tested out some of the best characters in the game. I played with everyone right. I've tried them out in Nightmare. I can definitely say he's a really good lead for Nightmare. If you just have the wrong impression that he's not good enough, it's probably due to the team that you are using, which is understandable because, again, the ranged Quincy Guild Quest doesn't have access to good characters right now. It's just basically ULQUIORRA and Toshiro. If we had a better normal attack damage character to replace Ruruka, or even have a normal attack damage character that could boost to go alongside with Ruruka, the team itself would be super safe and more reliable without potentially having the need to have a, you know, max transcended Ruruka. Jumping into our second run, though, let's see if we can actually get a similar, if not better, score. Instantly going to use our SA2. That inflicts the stats, and then again, thanks to the Vortex that Aaroniero does have, we can instantly use our SA3 without having the worry of, taking any damage. So, surprisingly, Aaroniero has been good as a team booster, right? The Vortex itself is one of the most unique parts about her, and it's nice that you can technically use it in any Gyokos you want to. Reapplied the SP boost. SA2 there did the damage. Let's SA1, then 3. Do it from afar so we don't take any damage. Look at that. SA3 goes off. Let's use our SA2 there. Unfortunately, didn't inflict the Stasm, and that's fine. We're going to go into the fourth boss, use our Soul Bomb. Reapply the SP boost. That's weak in defense. A lot of damage there. SA2, as you can see, is still doing a great amount of damage. And then we're instantly going to use our SA3 and hopefully don't take any damage, right? Did we actually hit the enemy there? I don't think we did. I think the enemy itself, Uryu, was too far away. We actually could have cleared it a bit faster there, but for the most part, it looks like it's a consistent 16-second play time. 16 seconds remaining more so. Jumping into our next run, we're going to again instantly do is use our SA2, and very consistent statism boost that we are seeing here, right? And that's thanks to the fact that he only can apply weakening, which is, I think, is probably the best part about him. I'm actually starting to think that only weakening is starting to become a tad bit better now, especially for Guild Quest content, because you know how annoying it is when you inflict a status ailment when the SP boost is about to wear off, and then you have to wait like 5+ seconds to get the SP boost again, or to have a chance to reapply it again, right? Let's use that SA3 here, because then we get to charge up straight into the next phase, right? Can we let it off? There we go. And that actually applies the status ailment too. That's actually really good. So even in a case like that where, you're charging up the SA3, the SP boost wears off, chances are it's actually going to, reapply the SP boost on the second half of the attack. But damage output definitely is lower when the SP boost is not active, right? You definitely notice a bigger damage difference here. Let's use the SA3. Good timing because Candice just got into the Vortex. We clearly inflicted weakening there. That was really good. A lot of damage there. We took damage. That's fine, though. Let's use our SA1, reapply the SP boost, and then if we were to use our SA2 again, we would probably clear like 5 seconds to spare. I'm restarting the runs because I don't want to use the tickets. I want to save some for Dragon later on, but it looks like we are consistently beating it for the most part. Onwards to our next attempt, although I think we are hard capped at around 16 seconds unless we maybe get super lucky with status and procs. Let's use our SA3 here though. Again, the Vortex has been really helpful here, right? Doesn't look like we actually applied the weakening on the second half of the attack. That's not too bad though. SA1 there inflicts the status, that's what we're going for. Maybe I think it's better to still rook someone like Maid or Hime. Mainly for, of course, the fact that you do get the barriers. We are seeing here that our characters are taking damage, but I mean, we're not too bad off without the barriers, to be fair. They are at least staying alive for the most part, right? SA1 goes there. Once more. Let's use our Soul Bomb now. Why not? Because we probably could just reapply the SP boost if it does wear off. Let's use our SA3. Oh, unfortunate. I really wanted to use the SA3 straight into the Uryu stage, because again, that can actually activate in between phases, or charge into the next phase, but unfortunately, the boss itself hit us, and we were also like 1 hit away, so I do want to try that out once more. Let's try and make this our last attempt, though, so we can potentially get better than 16 seconds remaining. So let's use our SA3 here, into the SA3 or second half. Usually, I would like for the SA3 to actually be the killing blow against the first boss, but it's not too bad. Looks like Ruroka is locked onto us, so we're going to kind of kite her around the map, if we possibly can. Maybe not keep her too far away from the Nat characters so they can do their job. That's SA1, then 3. Vortex goes off right when we're activating the 3. Looks like we applied the weakening. That's SA2 there. Nat characters do their job. That's what you'll have to see. Soul Bomb into the 1. Let's use SA2. And then let him get weak enough. Yeah, SA3 now. Can we kill? Okay. Hopefully Uryu doesn't hit us here. Oh, okay. That worked out. That kind of worked out. Can we just do a bit more damage? Looks like, again, we're kind of hard stuck. 16 seconds remaining, right? Even if we get lucky, and we actually did what I wanted to do, charging up the SA3 into the final wave, looks like it still doesn't matter all too much, right? But at the very least, this shows that it's consistent. Even if we, like, miss a strong attack or two, we're still clearing super, super easy. So yeah, 13 seconds remaining for Nightmare. Honestly, not too bad. So I would definitely say that ULQUIORRA has definitely proven himself to be the character you want to have for the Nightmare Guild quest, which to be fair, is rarely going to be here. I know it's been here twice in 1 month, but they did rerun it due to ULQUIORRA being bugged. We're probably not going to see Nightmare Guild quest for the range QUINCY Guild quest for quite some time. At least I would like to think so. And he's perfectly fine in, very hard guild quest, but even in Nightmare, he's a great character, right? Right now, he's the one of the 2 answers that you can use for this guild quest week. Of course, ULQUIORRA and Tosho are basically the only 2 characters that can claim Nightmare Guild quests. In very hard, you can probably get away with using someone like Yamamoto and even Balgo. I personally use Balgo to clear the very hard guild quests. If you have the impression that ULQUIORRA is bad in Nightmare Guild quest, that's ultimately coming down to your team. Because I get it, like, it's a bad team. Even this team right here, right? We can beat it with 16 seconds to spare, but it's still a bad team. We're using a character that can't do damage as the team booster, and then we're using a character that's like 3 to 4 years old. If we had any relevant new normal attack damage character, we would definitely speed up the process. And if at the same time we had a team booster that could also do damage, this guild quest would become significantly easier. And that's what we're hoping to see sometime in the future with future character releases. Funny enough, this upcoming mid-month banner is featuring a new QUINCY normal attack damage character, but unfortunately a melee one. Which, truth be told, is probably more needed, given that melee QUINCY doesn't have access to any normal attack damage character. At least we have Ruka, right? She's not the best option, or the greatest option, but she's the best we got, so it's not too bad. But either way, lads, that was the video for today, going over ULQUIORRA's performance in the Nightmare Guild quest, now that he has been fixed. And yeah, he's a very good character. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.